5 big mistakes I made when young that made my old age tougher. Hey there, friend. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee or tea if that's your thing, and let's have a little heart-to-heart. I'm not here to preach or point fingers. Lord knows I've stumbled more than my fair share in this life. But as I sit here, well into my golden years, I can't help but look back and see a few big missteps I took when I was younger, mistakes that, if I'd known better, might have made these days a little easier. Maybe you'll nod along, or maybe you'll think, well, I dodged that bullet. Either way, I hope there's something here you can tuck away for yourself or pass on to someone still finding their way. 1. Thinking I'd always have time to save money. When I was in my 20s and 30s, money felt like water you'd turn on the faucet and it'd just keep flowing. I had a decent job, a little apartment, and enough left over for a burger and a beer on Fridays. Retirement? That was a word for old folks, not me. I figured I'd get serious about saving later. Well, later snuck up fast, and suddenly I was staring at a bank account that wouldn't stretch as far as my aches and pains. I wish I'd put even a few bucks aside each month, nothing fancy, just something to let compound interest work its magic. Back then, I didn't realize how medical bills, car repairs, or just keeping the lights on would nibble away at what I had. If I could tell my younger self one thing, it'd be this. Kid, you're not invincible. Sock a little away now, and your 70-year-old self will thank you. 2. Ignoring my body like it was a rental car. Oh man, the stuff I put my body through. Late nights, greasy takeout, skipping the gym because I'll start next week. I treated my health like it was optional. I smoked a little, drank a little too much on weekends, and figured I'd bounce back no matter what. In my head, I was bulletproof. But bodies don't forget, do they? Now, my knees creak like an old porch swing, and my doctor's got a laundry list of things I should have caught early: high cholesterol, a touch of arthritis, you name it. I can't help but wonder how much easier these years would be if I'd eaten a salad once in a while or taken a walk instead of plopping on the couch. Take it from me, your body's the only one you've got. Treat it like a friend, not a punching bag. 3. Letting good friendships fade away. Here's one that stings. When I was young, I had buddies I'd see all the time, grabbing a beer after work, shooting the breeze at a barbecue, or just laughing over nothing. But life got busy. Jobs, kids, moving around, it all piled up, and I let those connections slip. I'd think, oh, I'll call them next month, but months turned into years. Now, at this age, I feel the quiet more than I'd like. Sure, I've got family, and they're a blessing, but there's something about those old friends who knew you when you were still figuring it out. Loneliness creeps in when you least expect it, and it's tougher to make new pals when you're not bumping into folks at the office or the school pickup line. If I could rewind, I'd have picked up the phone more. Don't let the good ones drift, okay? 4. Chasing the job instead of the life. I spent way too many years chasing the next promotion, the bigger paycheck, the fancier title. I'd stay late, skip vacations, and tell myself it'd all pay off someday. And yeah, I climbed a few rungs on that ladder, but looking back, I wonder what I missed along the way. My daughter's first recital I didn't see, the camping trip with my brothers I said no to, time I could have spent just breathing, being with people I love. These days, I've got more time than money, and I'd trade a chunk of that old ambition for a few more memories. Work matters, sure, but it's not the whole story. If you're still in the grind, ask yourself, is this job building the life you want, or just filling your calendar? 5. Not learning to slow down and savor the moment. This one's the kicker. I was always rushing to grow up, rushing to get ahead, rushing through the days like they were a race. I didn't stop to smell the roses, as they say. I'd gulp my coffee instead of sipping it, scroll past sunsets to check my emails, and tell myself I'd relax when things settled down. Spoiler, things never settled down. Now, I sit on my porch and watch the world go by, and I realize how much beauty I sped past. These quiet moments, the sound of rain, our grandkids' laugh, a good book, they're what keep me going now. I wish I'd learned earlier that life's not about how fast you run. It's about what you notice along the way. So there you have it, 5 things I'd do differently if I could hop in a time machine. I'm not saying I've got it all figured out, heck. I'm still learning every day. But if any of this rings true for you, maybe it's not too late to tweak a thing or two. We're all just doing our best, aren't we? Anyway, thanks for listening to an old guy ramble. What about you? What's one thing you'd tell your younger self?